Over the ages, the number 108 has been a symbol for our mystical connection with the sacred. In their new book, Mala of Love, editors Ravi Nathwani and Kate Vogt have compiled 108 luminous poems that give voice to that sacred presence and eternal nature of love. I recently had the opportunity to sit down and talk with them about their book. I hope you'll enjoy the interview. In the introduction to your book, Mala of Love, you say that this collection is an effort to share the story of pure love through poetic voice. So what do you see as some of the differences between romantic, attached love and that pure, mystical love?
Love has so many meanings. In today's usage, people use love very commonly, but the root of it all is that love is always in season, and love is the reason that everybody does anything at all. You love your romantic partner, you love your children, you love your pets and dogs, and love is what points to the connectedness of all beings. So the way the poems are set is that you have maternal love and you have romantic love, but behind it all always is the connection, which points to the fact that everything is always one. We see separation, we see ourselves as separate human beings with different bodies and minds, and we are trying to connect is what's going on. So as the book progresses, the latter poems of the 108 are all about how connected the whole universe is. As Chang Tzu, or one of those Chinese philosophers, said that what is one, but what is two is also one.
Can you tell us about your process in finding and choosing the poems that ultimately ended up in Mala of Love?
Well, I think, one of the things is this goes back to the book itself. It's about love. And I think that for both of us, it's just that we had that intention that whatever is supposed to come through this, that we're going to tell the story of love. And it's not about us, but we wanted love to tell her own story. And there were a lot of different methods that we did to sort of pull that in, but a lot of things just came to us. It felt like grace itself, especially as the momentum picked up and we got clearer about how the collection was unfolding, particularly around what Ravi just expressed in terms of the going from more of the dualistic love, the love for one another, into really surrendering into the sea of love and being love ourselves.
Do you have a favorite line or a favorite poem, and can you explain what it means to you?
So a couple of poems. One is a Galway Kinnell poem, "Whatever it is what I want." Like something like that.
Yeah.
Just that, only that. So it is the culmination of that everything you want leads you to the next big thing, which is the evolution of mankind. We are all here to get enlightened, no matter how many births it takes, and so on and so forth. And which is paraphrased beautifully in the Upanishads as saying that which by knowing everything is known. So the whole of it is, what is that which by knowing everything is known. And various swamis and sages and people have interpreted that in a different way. But to go back to the last question, what it means is, to me, that the light never goes out. I recently read a Rumi poem which says, "Don't you know that in you is the light that lights up the whole world? And neither does the sun ever set."
And Kate?
I'm actually going to read the one that I have because it's the first line that always comes back to. So this is as a Rumi poem. "The clear bead at the center changes everything. There are no edges to my loving now." And it feels like to explain that is really to take away because it's beneath the words. And there's another part of this book. And you see, it was really wonderful of how the designer laid it out. There's lots of space here. And that's intentional on our part, is to keep the space, that there are no edges, and that the words are resting on top of love. And so it was coming back to that feeling of that love is ever present. And this poem, to me, that clear beat at the center, changes everything. There are no edges to my loving now.